Have you ever wondered, does money truly bring happiness and inner peace? It's a question that's been asked 1,000 times over, sparking countless debates. We live in a world where success is often measured in bank balances, where the pursuit of wealth is seen as the ultimate goal. The idea is simple. The more you have, the happier you will be. But is that really the case? Does amassing wealth truly equate to happiness? Let's delve into this fascinating paradox. The belief that wealth brings happiness is deeply ingrained in our culture. It's a concept that's been sold to us in countless movies, books, and advertisements. We're led to believe that once we reach a certain level of wealth, we'll finally find the happiness we've been chasing. But there's a theory that challenges this belief, known as the hedonic treadmill. This theory suggests that no matter how much wealth we accumulate, we quickly return to our baseline levels of happiness. Just like a runner on a treadmill, we keep moving but never really get anywhere. And this isn't just a theory. It's backed by a wealth of research. Studies have shown that while an increase in wealth can improve happiness up to a certain point, beyond that, the effect quickly diminishes. This point is often referred to as the happiness plateau. Imagine a graph. On the x-axis, we have wealth, and on the y-axis, happiness. As wealth increases, happiness also increases, but only up to a point. Once we reach the happiness plateau, any further increase in wealth doesn't significantly improve happiness. We remain stuck on the hedonic treadmill, chasing an ever-receding goal. So, if wealth doesn't necessarily equate to happiness, what's the missing piece of the puzzle? Why does this paradox exist? And more importantly, how can we navigate it? There's more to this story than meets the eye. Wealth and happiness are not as straightforward as they appear. Our understanding of them needs to be deeper, more nuanced. So if more money doesn't necessarily mean more happiness, then what's missing in this equation? Let's unravel this mystery together in the next part of our journey. Imagine two individuals, one living in a luxurious mansion adorned with every material possession imaginable, the other living a simple life, free from the trappings of wealth. Who do you think sleeps better at night? In our modern society, we're often led to believe that affluence and material wealth are the keys to happiness. The individual in the mansion, surrounded by opulence, may seem to have it all. But with great wealth can come great stresses. The fear of losing what they've amassed, the pressure to maintain a certain social status, the constant desire to acquire more, and the never-ending race against their own expectations. All these can rob them of their peace, turning their dream life into an exhausting marathon. On the other hand, consider the person living a simple life. They may not have the material possessions that the world often equates with success, but they may have something more valuable: peace of mind. They're not bound by the societal pressure to compete and accumulate. Their happiness isn't tied to the fluctuations of the stock market or the latest luxury trend. They're content with what they have, and they find joy in the simple things that money can't buy. This isn't to say that wealth is inherently bad or that poverty guarantees happiness. Rather, it's about understanding that affluence doesn't automatically equate to inner peace. It's about acknowledging the potential anxieties that can come with wealth and the potential tranquility that can come from a simpler life. The individual in the mansion may have every material possession imaginable, but they may also be plagued by the fear of loss, societal pressure, and a constant sense of dissatisfaction. The individual leading a simple life, on the other hand, may find peace in their freedom from these stresses, their focus on non-materialistic values, and their contentment with what they have. So who sleeps better at night? The answer may not be as straightforward as it seems. It appears that inner peace isn't a guaranteed byproduct of financial wealth, but rather it might be found in a simpler, more stoic approach to life. What if the key to happiness and inner peace isn't found in our bank accounts, but in our minds? This probing question nudges us towards a philosophy that has stood the test of time: Stoicism. Stoicism, a philosophy born in ancient Greece, has a simple and profound message. Happiness and inner peace are found not in the external, but within ourselves. Stoics believed that the pursuit of virtue, qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline, is the highest good, and that our reactions, rather than circumstances, define our experiences. Stoicism encourages us to embrace acceptance, to understand that the world does not bend to our desires. It suggests that we find contentment in what we already possess, rather than constantly seeking more. Stoicism teaches us to be mindful, to live in the present moment, and to appreciate the beauty in the mundane. It shows us that tranquility is not found in the absence of turmoil, but in our response to it. Consider the image of a tranquil lake, undisturbed by the chaos of the world. This is the Stoic mind, serene, unflappable, accepting of life's ebbs and flows. It is a mind that finds joy in simplicity, that values virtue over wealth, that sees adversity not as a setback but as an opportunity for growth. And what of our relentless pursuit of wealth, of status, of material possessions? Stoicism offers a counterpoint. It suggests that these pursuits, while not inherently negative, often distract us from the true sources of happiness and inner peace. They keep us in a perpetual state of wanting, of dissatisfaction, of unrest. Stoicism encourages us to shift our focus from the external to the internal, from the fleeting to the eternal, from the material to the spiritual. It teaches us to value ourselves not for what we have, but for who we are. It reminds us that we are not defined by our possessions, but by our character, our actions, our choices. So, the next time you find yourself yearning for more, remember the Stoic approach. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and inner peace come not from external possessions, but from our internal state of mind. So, where does money fit into this picture of happiness and inner peace? We've taken a journey through the paradoxical relationship between money and happiness, the contrasting lifestyles of affluence and simplicity, and the Stoic approach to finding contentment. Now let's tie these threads together to form a clear image of how money, happiness, and Stoicism interact. Imagine money as a tool, not unlike a hammer or a paintbrush. It can help create comfort and security, build a life of luxury, or even paint a picture of success. But just as a hammer can't make a carpenter skilled, money can't make a person happy or peaceful. It's not the tool, but how it's used that matters. Happiness, on the other hand, isn't a tangible thing that can be bought or sold. It's a state of being, an internal feeling of contentment and peace. It's like a light inside you that can't be dimmed by external circumstances. And this is where Stoicism comes into play. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to find happiness not in the possessions we accumulate, but in our perceptions and reactions. It encourages us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, our responses to the world around us, and let go of what we can't. In this context, wealth becomes irrelevant to our inner peace. Whether we're draped in silk or clothed in rags, living in a mansion or a modest dwelling, our contentment comes from within. It's about being satisfied with what we have, finding joy in the simple things, and not letting external circumstances dictate our inner state. So in the grand scheme of things, money is just a small piece of the puzzle. It can provide comfort and facilitate experiences, but it doesn't guarantee happiness or inner peace. These are things we must find within ourselves, through our perceptions, our reactions, and our understanding of what truly matters in life. In the end, it's not about how much money you have, but how you choose to perceive and react to the world around you. That's the Stoic way to happiness and inner peace.